Well, Sunil, I'm Sheetal. I'm from Mysore. What about you? Where are you from?
Ma'am, I am from Delhi.
You're from Delhi. And what do you do, Sunil?
Ma'am, if I talk about my education qualification, I have done BTech, but when it comes to my professional life, ma'am, I have been an English teacher. I have been giving English spoken classes.
Okay, you are an English teacher. And how long have you been working as an English teacher?
Ma'am, I have been self-employed, like I run my own institute. I have been giving English
Okay.
classes for quite some time.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. And may I know the duration? As in, how long has it been since you started
I
this
think
venture?
it has been more than 4 or 5 years.
That's great. That's great. Can you please tell me about your journey a little bit? How did you start? What motivated you to start this uh, venture?
Ma'am, the journey, yes, the journey has been sublime. I really enjoyed the process, and it was always my dream to be in touch with English. It was always my dream to speak English fluently, where people would appreciate my communication skills. I wanted to have this sort of level. Or, ma'am, after doing BTech, I did not know anything. I could only understand, but I was not able to speak English. Or after
Okay.
passing graduation, I had to face some of the interviews. So whenever I went for interviews, whenever I went for job interviews, I I always got rejection from there because of my poor communication skills. So from there, my penny dropped. From there, I started learning English, and ma'am, time came where I accumulated a lot of knowledge. I gathered a lot of knowledge of English, and after this, I started imparting that knowledge to others. I had a friend, he used to send his siblings to me. So from there it happened. From there I started teaching, and bit by bit teaching, I enjoyed teaching students. So I never
Mm-hmm.
realized when I ended up becoming a teacher of English.
Okay. All right. What's the toughest thing about being an English teacher or being a teacher?
Okay. Ma'am, the toughest thing for me is to make students understand, to make them realize
Huh.
the importance of education.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when I was a student, I
Hmm.
never gave importance to English or to my educational studies.
Hmm, hmm, hmm,
Same, I try to make others understand that it is very important to give importance to their education, or it is very important to be educated. Or
okay.
I also tell them that they need to be skilled at one particular thing.
Okay.
Or if, ma'am, I also know one thing, that if you are excellent in English, so there are going to be more opportunities for you. You can start earning somewhere. You can stand on your 2 feet. This is what I feel.
Hmm.
Or the second challenging thing I consider is that students are not regular. These days students
Uh,
are onto social media. They don't want to
mhm,
spend their time with their studies. So these are the
mhm.
challenges I face, ma'am.
Okay. So how do you motivate them?
I try to give my own example. If I can speak English, being from that level, I started learning English from zero level. I tell them if I can improve, anyone can do that. So this is one of the
Mhm.
examples. Or I always
Okay.
try to tell them, or I always try to let them know the benefits of education. If they are educated, that they are going to know their rights. People are going to respect them. These are things I try to let them know. Or that's how I try to motivate them.
Mhm, mhm. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the struggle that you've gone through, and I appreciate the intent as well because your heart seems to be in the right place. So I'm pretty sure the students will understand you. Someday, for sure, they will understand the importance of education.
Yes,
And when they do, they will certainly remember your words, for sure.
thank you, ma'am. It means the world to me, and I also believe that I'm also inevitable about this. That one day, ma'am, it would happen.
Okay, all right. Here, why don't we speak about this particular topic that's mentioned in the notes?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
The topic is books versus television, I believe, right?
Yes, right, ma'am.
Now, why don't you tell me about your preference? Which one do you like more? Do you like the books or TV? You can replace TV with anything else as well. Any social media application or anything for that matter, whichever you are comfortable.
All right, ma'am. So my priority is for books,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
and I feel that my day usually starts with books.
Hmm. Hmm.
Whenever I wake up, I try to spend at least 15 to 20 minutes to recall whatever I do on a daily basis. So that's how I
Hmm.
start my day with books. And my
Hmm.
day
Hmm.
also ends with the books. Whenever I go to bed, I make sure that I read something. Either I
Okay.
read a newspaper or I read storybooks or I try to recall whatever I write. So it's my
Hmm.
one to write something on a daily basis. Sometimes I write some new words. Sometimes I write, oh, my bad, write some idioms. Sometimes I try to write the right pronunciation of the words. So I am fond of the right pronunciation. I am fond of trending or advanced words. So like
Hmm.
this, I usually make my day. And I would love to share one of the oldest idioms, that is, a book holds a house of gold. If we want to become rich, the more books we read, the more knowledge we are going to gain.
Yes. Yes.
And ma'am, I feel that whenever we read books, so we usually become so interested in that.
Yes.
Or if I choose any platform like television or any other social media, there I'm usually distracted.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I intend to study for half an hour, but there are some
Okay.
ads, there are some disturbing applications or things. I try to study, but I'm disturbed by them. I give preference to them first, and then I feel that I spend almost 2 to 3 hours like this, and I don't study.
Hmm. 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 Okay.
And
So
this,
when you say,
yes, ma'am.
sorry, go ahead, please.
No, it's so like I'm done, ma'am.
When you say study, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about grammar books or
Ma'am, anything. If I
okay?
talk, if I say I love reading books, it depends on us that what subject we are going to study. If I'm interested in reading history books, history is also available on YouTube. History is also there in our books. So I prefer to read history from books.
Okay.
As I said, ma'am, if I use any social media platform, there in the back of my mind I have something else. But when I come there are so many pages. There are numerous videos.
Hmm.
When I
Hmm.
scroll down, so I
Yes.
forget. I do forget that what my purpose is. Then
Uh,
I am
yes.
attracted to those videos.
Yes. Yes. You
This
lose
is what.
track.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Well, I totally understand you. That's pretty much the case with everybody, I guess, in the world. We are extremely distracted constantly. I I remember at times I just open the I launch as in open the Instagram app, thinking that
Yes,
I'll message somebody or I'll reply to some messages. But I
ma'am.
end up
Yes.
scrolling through reels. Sometimes it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I am not very proud to say this, but I have spent an hour or more as well.
Yes,
which
yes,
is
right, ma'am.
wrong, absolutely wrong. An hour is so important. I mean, I can get so many things done in an hour,
Yes, right, right, ma'am. Well
and
said.
that's not good. It isn't. Okay, what's your current read, by the way?
My ma'am, my burning ambition is to become a promising YouTuber. I want to be
Okay.
a famous or a successful YouTuber.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, all the best. When
Thank
I
you.
said current read, I'm talking about the book that you're reading right now.
Okay, read. Ma'am, the
Yeah.
problem is that I'm not able to see you properly. I have some pop-ups, so the screen, I don't know, it is from my end or from your end. So this is the problem. I'm not able to have the comfy conversation with you.
I can see you very clearly. I don't know about
No,
any pop-up.
you can see me, ma'am, but I'm not able to see you properly.
I got
I
that,
have,
but I don't know about what pop-ups you're talking about. Because
ma'am, I have, yes,
if both of us are
this,
using the same application and
I don't know, right? So that's why I misheard that.
okay, current read, READ, read.
All right. So is that mean the books I am reading currently or the books I read these days?
Yes, yes. What are you currently reading?
All right, ma'am. Ma'am, I have 4 or 5 books which I read every day. So one book is for competitive exams. I'm also trying to give classes for competitive exams, for government exams. So that book is related to SSC examinations. It has got some of the papers which happened previous years. So I read that book. Besides this, I like to read a newspaper, or if I have time, I go for novels. I was reading a novel called The Revolutionary, or it was by Chetan Bhagat. I don't remember the name of that novel precisely.
I think that's
Revolution.
Revolution 2020, I guess.
Yes, yes, right, ma'am. Revolution 2020.
Okay. So let's say somebody asks you what is your current read, then you just go, "My goodness, yeah, my current read is and the philosophy of Andy Warhol. That's it.
Okay, ma'am.
You say my current read is, and then the name of the book. That's it.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
All right. Why don't you tell me about the influence of both of these, the books as well as television, on children?
All right. So first, I would like to talk about the influence of television.
Okay.
Ma'am, I feel that we are what we watch, we are what we talk about, we are what we see.
Yes.
So it is seen that whenever we watch movies, so there are some heroes, there are some actors. Whenever we watch their movies, we are deeply influenced by their actions. There are
Mm-hmm.
some love story movies. So at the end of that movie or in the middle of that movie, the actor is not able to get that or is not able to get his love, and then he starts going to astray, he starts doing wrong things. Sometimes actors slit their wrist, sometimes they start drinking alcohol, sometimes they start smoking cigarettes. So that's how this youth is influenced by movies. And ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
there are some web series. I guess everyone is fond of watching web series. Whenever
Mm-hmm.
we watch web series, so we are influenced by them too. We are
Mm-hmm.
going to have some of the filthy words in our day-to-day life.
Okay. Uh-huh. Can you give me some examples, maybe?
Examples, like whenever boys are there, they whatever they watch in movies, whatever they watch in web series, so they make some of the favorite dialogues their catchphrase. So they use those dialogues whenever they are with their friends. So
Okay.
some dialogues are dirty, so it's going to be wrong to use those dialogues here. but it
Mm-hmm.
usually
Okay.
happens. Yes.
Okay. I got it. Uh-huh.
And ma'am, if I talk about, there is one of the movies called Dhoom. So it
Uh-huh.
has got three series.
Hmm.
When
Yes. Yes.
Dhoom, ma'am, when Dhoom was released,
Mm-hmm.
so many people bought bike and many people rode their bikes at very high speed, and because
Yes.
of this, many accidents happened.
Yes. Yes. I agree.
Yes, and these were the influence of these movies, and we also have some good influence. It is up to us that how we take it. It
Yes.
entirely counts on us. Ma'am, there are some
Mm-hmm.
movies called Sultan, Dangal.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we watch those movies, I usually get goosebumps. I am usually energized.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also into
Mm-hmm.
hitting the gym. Whenever I go to gymnasium or whenever I am home or when I do exercise at
Mm-hmm.
home. So,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am, I play those music. I play those songs, and there it boosts me up so much.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
if I want to do exercise for half an hour, it gives me a push. I
Mm-hmm.
extend the timing of my exercise. I try to do exercise for 50 minutes or for 60 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we are influenced by movies.
Okay. What about the
Or
children?
children. Ma'am, I feel that psychology says that we usually grab negative things so quickly.
Yes, we do.
If 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 I watch anything negative, if I watch obscene scenes on television or in any movies, somewhere it will stick to my mind and I will think of it numerous times,
Mm-hmm.
and it is going to create some image in my mind that okay, that's how it works. And I think we have some hormones. So at
Mm-hmm.
this age, we need to be very particular, or we need to be nearby our children that what they watch. If they watch good content, they are going to learn good things out of that. If they watch something terrible, so I don't feel that they will be able to come out of that. Ma'am, I would like
Mm-hmm.
to give you an example here. So few days back, I had a student. He must be in 8th standard.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a book which I follow. If I have some new students, I make them buy that book, and it does not cost much. It barely costs 50 rupees. So that boy took 50 rupees from his mother, and his mother was a worker. She used to work somewhere. And ma'am, that boy was missing for almost a week. After a week, his mother came to me and she said that, is that boy coming regularly? I said, no, he's not coming. And he also lied to his mother. He told a white lie to his mother. He said that he gave me 50 rupees to bring that book. And
Okay.
yes, and I was very clear about that. He did not pay me. I told the same to his mother, and his mother got angry and she slapped that boy in that class.
Oh.
And from there, she disclosed so many things about that boy. Ma'am, being in that age, being at that tender age, he was into smoking. He used to smoke a cigarette. He was into glue sniffing. He used to like
Oh.
do
Okay, I
terrible
got
things.
it.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and she also told me one more thing, which I could not believe. She said that he never attended any periods in his school. He used to be at the back of the school. We usually see all these things in movies, but deep down, these things do happen in real too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he was influenced by,
Mm-hmm.
either movies or the friend circles he had. So
Mm-hmm.
like this, children are gullible. They are influenced so easily. So that's why it is important for them to it is important for them to be a good mentor or to be a good teacher who can show them the right directions.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a conversation with him after that?
Ma'am, now God be praised, he is regular, he is coming, and I try to be very comfy with him. His mother is very strict to him. I think that's why he
Mm-hmm.
is not able to concentrate. She beats him up all the time. But when he comes to me, and I have a very unique style of teaching, I never ever beat my students. I might scold them, but there has not been a single day where I beat my student for any reasons. So when he comes, I try to crack jokes with him. I try to do so many funny things. So that's how he enjoys, and he is coming
Hmm.
regularly.
Okay, that's good. Happy to hear. Cool. Does this tire you? Such experiences?
But I take it as a challenge, and I
Okay.
feel that if
Okay.
I am able to bring some changes in these children,
Hmm,
so
hmm, hmm.
my job is done. Like my
That's
what my
great.
dream is going to be fulfilled. I want
That's
people
great.
to know me. Okay, he is my teacher. I want them to use me as an example. Once they grow, once they are well settled in their lives, so they must say, okay, he is one of the best teachers.
That's that is bound to happen because you seem to
Thank
be a good teacher. Okay. Wonderful job done. You spoke beautifully and very confidently as well. Here are some of the mistakes that I've noted down. Let me explain these.
you. Sure, ma'am.
Giving classes, you don't give or take. See, this is give and take, right? But when it comes to classes, it is better to use conduct or attend. So you conduct sessions. So right now I'm conducting the session, you are attending the session. So though the conduct and attend are the better words rather than give and take. I
Okay, ma'am.
really enjoyed the process. I really enjoy the process. You're talking about the current situation. You were talking about teaching. I got rejections. I got rejected.
All right,
Accumulated
ma'am.
knowledge. Yes, gained knowledge. Not accumulated knowledge, gained knowledge. Students
All
are
right.
on to social media. Students are on social media. From zero level, from level zero. I am also inevitable about it. I am also sure about it, not inevitable. Inevitable is something that you cannot stop. For example, death is inevitable. So that's inevitable. In this
All right,
case,
ma'am.
you just wanted to say that you were quite sure about it, or I'm quite certain about it. No, that's
Yes, yes.
interested in that,
All
engrossed
right.
when you are involved. Yes, I get disturbed by them. I think you were talking about disruption, not disturbed, disrupt. Papers which happened previous years. The previous year's question papers. That's all. The previous question papers. Right. So in this case, you should have said watch, but then again, the best word would be consume. We are what we consume. I think you were talking about social media, and hence we are what we consume. Love
All right,
story movies, romantic movies. Going astray, not to astray, because astray is a concept,
ma'am.
it's not a destination. Do exercise. This is a common mistake. Exercise itself is a verb. Why do you need to do as a separate word? You can just say, I exercise regularly or I work out. Simple. I work out.
Okay, ma'am.
It will stick to my mind. It was stuck in our mind. It gets stuck in our mind or it stays in our head would be better.
Okay.
Yeah, it stays in our head. Mother was a worker. Are you saying that she's an employed she
Yes, yes, yes.
she's a working woman or daily
Yes.
wage worker? Which one would
So
you
she was
suggest?
a worker, working. She was
Or daily
employed.
wage worker? Okay, then in that case, working woman. That's it. She's a working
Okay.
woman. White lie is wrong because white lie is something that is harmless. For example, did you eat sugar? No, that's a white lie. It's harmless. Okay, but this was not. This is not a harmless lie. So that's not a white lie.
Okay.
So you can just say that he lied to her face. That's it. Or he lied blatantly.
Hmm.
Terrible. The pronunciation was a bit off. Terrible. Any periods in school, classes, sessions. Sit back in the class of the class. Backbencher is usually the backbencher. And
No, behind
doesn't
the school. He used to be behind the school.
behind the school as well? Are you talking
Means we
about the
have,
premises?
yes, premises, nearby the premises of
Oh,
that school.
okay, okay. Oh, he would not be in the school. He would be outside,
No,
outside
but
the
we have some
school
space
premises.
in the school itself. So
Oh,
students do not attend the classes.
some
They are
secluded
usually in the
area
primary.
in the premises.
Yes.
Secluded area in the premises.
Hmm.
Comfy. That's not a good usage. Comfortable.
Okay.
Strict to him. Strict with him. Towards him also is a good option.
So
Strict towards him. Yeah. As an example, because E is your vowel and hence you have to use an. So these are some of the mistakes. Pretty much half a page. So we'll have to work on these. Um,
yes, sure, ma'am.
just practice, that's all. And you can go through this session,
Yes, yes,
the
I would
video. You can
certainly.
watch it again and then, yes, map it with whatever you've told. Any questions or doubts and such that you would like to ask?
No, ma'am, no questions.
Okay. Well then, it was nice talking to you. All the best. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.